What's up guys, it's Chris with chrisbello.com, and today I want to talk to you briefly about how improving your tonality and your communication skills is going to really take you to the next level. I have a lot of clips actually from back in the day from different projects and stuff that I turned in college where I cringe when I go back to watch them, and I'm going to actually find a clip to put on this episode for you to listen where I sound extremely monotone. I don't know, I'm trying to do like a deeper voice and trying to sound cooler or something. I don't know what it was, but I think I was a junior in college and I submitted a project for a class, and I'm literally in the video trying to explain an app idea, and I sound extremely monotone, extremely boring, and I get bored even trying to watch it. It's interesting to hear my thought process and the idea that I had for this university network app that allows you to do everything. So I kind of had a little bit of entrepreneurial mindset going on back then, but at the same time I've grown incredibly in my speaking and my presentation skills.
I'm Chris Bello and I'm in ENS 101. For my individual creativity challenge, I decided to do a website and also an app for smartphones that incorporates every single thing possible for Aggies onto one thing.
I want to show you how you can do that too, just by changing your tonality and your pitch. Instead of being monotone and talking like, hey, this is my app idea, this is something that I made and I want to talk to you about, which is what a lot of people do, you want to have that inflection in your voice where you go high and you go a little lower, or when you're asking a question, end on a high note. And this kind of stuff plays into sales calls as well. I'm getting really good at it when I'm cold calling somebody who has a house to sell. I'll say, hey, this is Chris. I saw that you submitted a form. Do you have a couple of minutes to talk about it? And you can see how that is a lot different than just saying, hey, yeah, I saw you submitted a form. Can you talk about it? That will speak differently to customers or potential clients that you're working with, and they'll feel more comfortable and you'll sound more trustworthy and like you know what you're talking about than if you're just monotone and you sound like you're reading from a script. Now notice how much more impactful you can be when you have that inflection, you have that tonality, and you start to get really good at speaking in person and projecting your voice, speaking louder without yelling necessarily. One way you can get really good at this, and I've spoken about this on previous episodes, go to a local Toastmasters club if you can, or even YouTube it. Type in speaking, improve my speaking, and I guarantee you, you're going to find some amazing channel. I haven't done this yet, but I need to. You're going to find an amazing channel that gives you plenty of tips on how to improve your posture, how to improve your speaking, how to get more comfortable with doing things like this where you record yourself in front of a camera and you just get confident with going with the flow. And one exercise that they do at Toastmasters, which has been extremely helpful for me in getting my public speaking better, is called table topics. And table topics is something that...
You gotta do that one again.
No, it's all good.
I stopped and I was like, if I'm in the frame, I'm looking right at the camera.
That's funny. No, it's cool. It's cool. So one thing that they do at Toastmasters is called table topics, and table topics is where they read a little piece of paper or they'll ask you a question and you have to spontaneously reply. So most recently I went to a Toastmasters event and they asked me, if you could pick any day of the year to make a holiday, what would you pick and why? So I thought about it for 2 seconds. I didn't want to say or stutter or anything. So before I started, I collected my thoughts, thought about it for 2 or 3 seconds, and then I immediately started by saying, I think I would pick January 2nd because we already have January 1st off, and when I used to work in the corporate world, I used to love stacking vacation days and holidays. So if I had a Monday and Tuesday off, I would take the Friday off before for vacation, and that way I'd be able to do an international trip and make a long trip out of something that would have been a short trip. So that's kind of the mindset that I had whenever I was giving that speech for Toastmasters. Say person A sounds like the boring engineering stereotypical person who's like, so this is what we're talking today. Let me read whatever this sign says at this WeWork. It says, keep clean. So if I say, please throw away the trash and fix up the conference room so it's ready for the next member to use. That's not as cool as, please throw away the trash and fix up the conference room so it's ready for the next member to use. Keep clean. You listen to commercials. Those people are professional speakers. They speak clearly, they have tonality, they have energy. Salespeople, especially when they're trying to sell you something or a product, they're like, only today, 30% off. They're not like, if you want to come get 30% off, come to the store, bring a coupon. That doesn't get you as excited as 30% off today, come now, bring your coupon, bring your friends, share it with your mom, share it on Facebook, right? So you can tell the energy is a lot different than in the first voice versus the second. So in any case, that's all I had for you today on improving your tonality, improving your communication skills, and bringing the energy. That's something that I never had before.
Application would be available for other schools as well.
It helps if you smile, if you act like you're happy. It also helps if you're actually happy. It's kind of hard to fake happy, but whenever you bring that smile and the projection into your voice, you're going to see that communicate clearly through the camera, through the lens, through the microphone, and through to your audience. To get people to feel energy in audio is much more difficult than in video. In video, you can see me smiling, but if you're just listening to me in your car or in the library or wherever you listen to podcasts at, it's a lot harder for me to get you excited through audio alone. I've got to be like, guys, I can't wait to tell you about this. You cannot believe how awesome it was. Maybe here you can hear my excitement a little more than if I'm just like, okay, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about real estate and what I do today. So I think you get the picture, but in any case, key takeaways: use tonality, use projection, use inflection, make sure to have high pitch and low pitch and get the message across to your audience. With that being said, I'm signing off for today. You all have a great week. Practice your communication skills. Actionable steps for today, I would say to try to record yourself speaking spontaneously on any topic of your interest. If you're interested in it, you'll be able to speak on it a little more elaborately than if it's some topic you don't know about. So record yourself for 5 minutes, maybe try to go with the flow, and then play it back, see how it sounds, give yourself feedback and see where you can improve. If you have any questions, reach out to me, chrisbello.com, or shoot me a DM on Instagram. My IG is chrisbello09. I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. If you have any topics that you want me to cover on the next episode, happy to do that as well. Talk to you all in the next video. Peace.